Hey, it's John.
This is Don.
All Things Paranormal. Man, we are brought to you from the Paranormal Science Center of Butte, Texas.
That's right.
The heart of all things paranormal.
Yes, I got the big heart.
Man, I tell you what, we have got well, you know what, I was going to lead into action-packed, but it's not really that action-packed.
It's more knowledgeable.
More knowledgeable, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was sitting over here contemplating, and as I normally do every morning, and I said, Self, just the other day,
What's Self say?
man, what are we going to do this show over today? Well, we got one of our, I guess you could call it legacy listeners.
Yeah.
Is Hispanic. And she is always
The number
number one fan. So you know what? We're going to throw out a little bit of paranormal from the Hispanic, I guess you could say.
genre?
Yeah, whatever, of the Hispanic culture. Culture, that's what we look for.
But I'm going to tell you right now, if we leave something out, we say it wrong, or we add wrong, or we just completely mess it up, don't hold us
accountable.
Yeah.
Especially if we mispronounce something.
Yeah.
Because
we speak one language, hick, fluently.
So anyway, I got over and I said, Viviana, I said, man, I want to do a show. Give me some stuff to talk about. And she got up there and she sent me two things. The first one is, now I'm going to mispronounce this, but anyway, Duendes. D-U-E-N-D-E-S. So you might think, well, what is that? Well, you know what? That's actually something that's pretty common all over the whole world. And according
to, does the D have a different meaning, like the G is a J?
I don't know what it's something to do with the name for it, but anyway, it's basically, long story short, it's like elves or gnomes. There's a lot of stuff in there saying that it's like a little gnome that runs around, and the biggest part about it is it likes to mess things up, creates havoc, is what she said. And also, it's like
almost like a little gremlin.
Yeah, exactly. So you got here in the United States back in World War II, things happened, they had gremlins. That's what they said it was. These are almost like the same thing. I guess every culture around has some sort of a small creature that, you know what, let's take a look at a picture of it real quick.
So I'm going to tell you what problem. So anytime you're working on your car and that 916 socket falls underneath it and then you can't find it, one of these little suckers took off running with it.
That's right, a duendes. Little sucker hauled ass with it, and he's not real nice about it. So you see that picture there? That's one of the pictures that they showed. Some of them showed like a little small dude with a little big head. It's crazy. All the little pictures that I've seen with them, they had some sort of a wide brim hat. I wonder what the purpose of that was.
I guess keep the sun off your head.
Because
they're getting closer to the equator.
Yeah. So in that particular in that particular situation, she said it's a lot of times in the house. This has got a lot of stuff in the fields too, out in the gnomes. Gnomes actually, come from like your more of your Slavic states and stuff like that. They call them gnomes.
Yeah, don't mistake them for a fairy like last week.
No, fairies are totally different. These fairies are like little creatures that fly around. Now, some of the stuff that I read, it said on these little duendes, or gnomes, or elves,
or whatever.
Yeah, they were, some of them say that they're black, which would mean that they're evil, and some of them say that they're white, which is good, but that was only a small portion of it. The biggest portion of the stuff, history that come out with it, says that they like to create a world of shit.
Even the white ones?
It didn't specify. That was only a small little section that said you had good ones and bad ones.
You just can't trust the man, can you?
No. They all seem to be causing problems. So then I'm sitting over here looking at it. She sent me two things. The second one is I'm gonna mess this one up too. And La Lacusa.
Isn't that what goes on a beer can?
No, this stuff right here, that's Dos Equis and stuff. This is Lacusa.
That little rubber thing goes on there to keep it cold?
No, that's a koozie. Anyway, you might not want to piss this one off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because this thing right here is like, they'll show you a picture.
So let me tell you, so anything with the word law in front of it must be meaner than hell because you got the law of Rona and all that. Meaner than crap. So if you got the word law in front of it, you better run.
In the Spanish language, law moves it towards the female gender.
Oh, that's
the word.
Okay.
You know, like,
so ain't nothing like a woman scorn.
well, we're going to get into that. So, anyway, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and go to commercial here.
Sponsored by us. Well, maybe we're not going into a commercial.
Oh, well.
I think I have ghosts. It's time for me to call All Things Paranormal.
And you too can have your own All Things Paranormal Ghost Detection Refrigerator Magnet. Patent pending. Now when a ghost gets up there and sees it and throws it on the floor, pick it up and look at it and call the number that's on the card and say, hey, All Things Paranormal, I've got a ghost. Now in order to get one of them, you got to take it and submit a story for story time, and we'll take it and mail it to you and make sure that we get your address and phone number.
All right, we're back. So anyway, this thing is a La Yakuza. Now what that means is owl.
Owl?
Yeah, it's like an owl or a witch owl.
Witch owl.
Now, let's throw some stuff out here. Some people say it is a owl with a female face or a owl with a female body. So let's take a look at this picture. This has got the other way around when you got the owl with the female body.
We're having a little technical difficulty with our cable. I think Attack Cat might have chewed it up.
Well, can you go to picture number 2 real quick?
Yeah, I'll go picture number 2.
So as he walks over there to the, I think the cat ate the dadgum wire. But anyway, because we're having a hell of a problem with this thing.
There you go. You did it.
No, I ain't.
Yeah, I didn't even click it.
Oh, okay.
It just takes for a minute.
Okay, so anyway, you can see like the little owl face to the body there, and it's right above on the right hand side, kind of shows like a little human face or human body with a little owl part to it.
You want to go back to video?
Yeah, let's go back to video. All right, let's go back to video now. If you want to head back over there. So,
this right here brings up my next subject.
Yep.
You know what it is? If y'all want to make any donations,
yeah,
USB cables.
Yeah. Well, Stream Deck cable, because this right here part of the Stream Deck cable's messed up.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all can throw us a little Stream Deck, we'll be alright. But how come it's not showing on the thing here?
What? It's not showing what?
It's still showing picture, not camera.
Oh, I don't know. That's what's showing right there.
So anyway, this La Yakuza, there's a lot of different stories from it. Some of them say that it's a
Oh, what was that?
I don't know. Well, I just popped back the camera on the thing. So anyway, you know what, we may be hit. So this La Yakuza is created or from like a woman scorned. It can also, from what it says, some of the reasons why that there's this La Yakuza, from a woman scorned or from a bruja, witch.
Yeah.
And some people say that it serves a bruja or a witch.
Man, that could be what's messing with all our electrical stuff.
Now some of could be. Now some of the things with the woman scorned, that sometimes it says it only attacks males who are drunk. So anyway, it's supposedly 7 foot tall, 6 foot. Yeah, 7 foot tall. It's big. That's a big damn woman.
It's a big one.
She don't need to be no owl to whoop that ass.
I guarantee all them Furbies are just foaming at the mouth.
So anyway, yeah. So anyway, it's
man, there you go, 7 foot tall woman.
It's supposed to be seeking revenge, so it can carry off people at 7 foot tall.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it can probably just just throw it up under that arm and haul ass. So now you want to know, it supposedly sounds like a baby talking or baby whistling. Like, so if you hear that, go out there. Now you remember, different sounds like that. And also sometimes voices that that was from voices that that nobody's around. That could be from, what did we do that story on? Shapeshifters, Indian shapeshifters.
Yeah, all them skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers, yeah. So what do you do if you have a lot of Yakuza?
Call us.
But in the meantime, there's lots of stuff you can do.
Oh. Well, call us first, and then we'll help you. You can help us.
Well, anyway, let me throw this out here. They got a story here. Somebody had posted on Reddit. It's a 9-year-old boy. He lives in San Antonio, between two towns called Van Ormery and Lyra. He was at home watching SpongeBob.
Oh man.
Yeah. The sun had just set, and he heard these noises, like okay. And so he went, he goes out there and inspects it, and lo and behold, there's a wild Yakuza.
Big wild woman.
Yeah. So he gets over there, he gets scared. The story goes into that he was watching this thing for about 15 minutes or so, and then the kid ended up seeing it multiple times.
So why didn't he go grab him a 12 gauge or something?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's still a 7-year-old kid. What did I say, 9-year-old?
No, I mean, 9-year-old. Oh, the parent didn't get up there and go watch it too?
Well, it excited the daddy. I guess he didn't have no 12 gauge.
No.
But anyway, some of the things you can do, and we're going to delve off into something else too that was pretty neat. You can throw some salt around you. Salt always seems to help something.
Yeah, salt.
If you don't have any salt to spare, because you fix to make you a ribeye or something, you can always put 7 knots on a rope and hang it from your doorpost.
How long does the rope have to be?
It don't say, it just says it's 7 knots. All right? You can also say a prayer out of the St. Luke's Bible, or St. Luke's book from the Bible. All right? But now here's the catch. Because this is a La Yakuza of the Spanish thing.
Got to be in Spanish.
It has to be in Spanish, or it's not going to know.
Well, we'll have to bring somebody with us.
We'll have to make a phone call. Vivian, we may have to make a phone call if we start fighting the La Yakuza and let you do us a Spanish prayer in there. All right? Or they got up there and did some people talk to them and say, hey, look, you got some negative energy or some sort of bad juju going on. So guess what you need to have done?
Exorcism.
No. And this is called an egg cleanse.
Egg cleanse.
That's right, an egg cleanse. So you take an egg, and you got to wash the egg, put it in a little
brown or white.
White, I guess. It didn't really specify, but take an egg, clean up the egg, make sure the egg is cleansed. All right, and then as you're praying, you're rubbing this egg all over you. All right. So
uncracked.
Uncracked egg.
Okay.
All right. So once you get all this stuff done, praying and get this egg all over you, then you take that egg, you get you a clear glass of water, about that much in it, and clear glass with some water in it, but it has to be a clear glass because you got to be able to inspect it. All right. So then you crack the egg. When you crack that egg, you let it settle for 5 or 10 minutes.
In the water.
In the water. All right. And then you start looking.
What are you looking for?
You look at the side of the egg. Does the egg drop down? Does the egg stay on top? Does the egg have blood in it where it's coming out of it? This right here is telling you the severity of the evilness that you had that was attached to you. That's right. Smelly water. Does it smell bad? Does it, different kinds of stuff?
Don't taste it, though.
No. You don't eat it or drink it because it's got all your negative energy in it.
Don't crack it on your kid's head and dump it over in there.
No. So anyway, with this egg cleanse, if you got, here's something. If you got cobwebs in that egg, what looks like it's streaming up like cobwebs, if you had an evil eye placed on you.
Oh man, really?
Yeah. So there's a lot to do with this daggone egg cleanse. I tell you what, there's almost pages upon pages. Hey, if this thing's got a spiked section of it, somebody's got some bad intent.
Hey, why don't y'all do a little homework for somebody?
Well, why don't we try that little egg cleanse? That might be a good show next week. Do a little egg cleanse. See what happens.
Let me see the price of them eggs. Last time I bought some, it was like $8 or something.
If you look at the yolk of the egg, and you see that the yolk see the face of the yolk. I don't know how you see a face of the yolk, but if you see the face of the yolk, it means you got an enemy after you.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So, you know what? There's all kinds of different egg cleanses and stuff like that that's going on.
Man. Yeah, well, if y'all get a chance, man, why don't y'all do an egg cleanse? Send us the video of it and what the results are.
Oh, let me turn this down.
We'd like to see.
So anyway, with this egg cleanse, it should, and y'all send that stuff to us. We may wind up doing that for next show, but or then again, we may not. We may have something else tied off into something. It's either next week or week after next. We're gonna have to postpone that show because we got one. Well, you know what? We got one coming October the 6th.
No, we're supposed to do our Halloween special on October the 6th.
So we're trying to,
and it's still all in uproar.
We're still working on it.
Yeah.
We like to say what it is, but we're still working on it because we had a little hitch.
Yeah.
So, but once that, but I guarantee you we're gonna have a show October 6th.
Always.
Hopefully that whole weekend we'll be doing some live. It'll probably be coming and going off and on, but we're gonna be trying to set some stuff up. We're working on a new thing too, to where we can bring y'all mobile. Instead of, like we go to their motels and stuff where we got multiple cameras and you're sitting there looking at it, I'm trying to figure this thing out on how we can do it mobile through the hard stuff, not just for one screen part, where Facebook, where we're trying to figure out we can do it mobile through multiple screen areas. Because we know some people don't use Facebook. Some people use YouTube, and some people
we got to go into YouTube.
Well, not if it's individual. Not off of an individual camera.
Yeah.
But anyway, nevertheless. All right. You know what?
What?
Hey, Viviana, I'm gonna try something here. It just popped up. It says you bring to join on the video.
She can't. She's at work, remember? You don't want
It's Monday.
She works on Monday.
No, she doesn't.
No.
Do you work?
Oh, well. Something for the future.
This is something we're going to have to try.
Wait.
I see her saying no. I don't know. No to what? You don't want to be on the video? All right, let's try here. We may be making history on this All Things Paranormal. See what happens. I don't know what's going on, but we're working on it. Oh, I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to continue to work on this particular thing. You know what? This is going to be probably if that's what I think it is, it may wind up being the top of the line thing we can do, where we can start bringing in multiple people where they can sit there and ask questions and answer questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to call this short. Remember, October the 6th. That's going to be our start of our hunt. And it's going, we always usually start around 9 or 10. Go as long as we can. Keep our cameras going all night if we're not broadcasting. We're also going to apologize ahead of time because whenever we're out there in different areas, our cell services and Wi-Fi just doesn't work quite as well.
Not as well.
But anyway, we're going to go and call this a wrap. It's done.
It's done. All Things Paranormal.